Federal judge is moving forward with a case concerning President Trump's tax returns. Friday, U.S. District Court Judge Victor Marrero ordered the Manhattan District Attorney's Office and President Trump's attorneys to inform the court if there is any further area of argument. This comes after the Supreme Court ruled against the president's bid to block a subpoena for his financial records, issued by Manhattan DA Cyrus Vance. Marrero is pressing both parties to report whether they will move forward by July 16th, but experts say it is unlikely any records will be released before the election, expecting the president's lawyers to argue the subpoena was issued in bad faith. This as questions are being raised about the case, in particular the DA's pursuing of the records. One America's Chanel Rion has more from the White House.
In a 7-2 decision, the Supreme Court ruled President Trump could not refuse a Manhattan District Attorney's demands to access Trump's personal and business financial records. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court also ruled unanimously that subpoenas issued by Congress demanding these same records were to be denied, tossing the case back to the lower courts. White House attorney Jay Sekulow said both rulings were good news for the president. The Supreme Court has temporarily blocked both Congress and New York prosecutors from obtaining the president's financial records. We will now proceed to raise additional constitutional and legal issues in the lower courts. On the New York front, District Attorney Cyrus Vance, a Democrat, has been digging for Trump dirt for years, but has a troubling history protecting Democrat predators. In 2011, Vance's office worked to reduce Jeffrey Epstein's sexual predator status. In 2015, the New York Police Department had audio recordings revealing Harvey Weinstein admitting rape and sexual assault, yet Vance declined to press charges. OAN addressed Vance's history with Press Secretary McEnany for a White House reaction.
All this while attacking President Trump's family and their enterprises. Given this history, what is President Trump's views of Vance from both a personal standpoint and a political standpoint?
Yeah, you raised some very good points about the partisan attorney in Manhattan. Justice Alito said this in his opinion. It really stood out to me. He said, as for the potential use of subpoenas to harass, we need not exhibit a naivete from which ordinary citizens are free. As we have recognized, a president is an easily identifiable target. There are more than 2,300 local prosecutors and district attorneys in the country. Many local prosecutors are elected, and many prosecutors have ambitions for higher elected office. Bring in Cy Vance, a Democrat, someone who Justice Thomas pointed out something very interesting. Justice Thomas noted that the district attorney for the County of New York, Cyrus Vance, served a subpoena on the president's personal accounting firm that, quote, was nearly identical to a subpoena issued by a congressional committee requesting nearly 10 years of the president's financial records. So the partisan attorney, the Democrat from New York, is aiding and abetting the Democrats, the lawless Democrats like Nancy Pelosi, who have pursued this president with bogus charges of collusion, with bogus charges in the impeachment inquiry, and are now pursuing this only to be rebuked by the Supreme Court.
The White House vows to continue the fight in the lower courts in both New York and Washington. Chanel Rion, One American News, the White House.